To the video today is Wolfden Wrestling Podcast episode number 20, which will be the last ever episode of Wolfden Wrestling Podcast. I just don't think that it is going in the right direction that I wanted it to be, and also I'm thinking about some new series. But if you guys have any suggestions on any type of series that you guys would love to see on my YouTube channel or on Facebook as well, then please comment. Anything helps. Anything that you guys really want to see. It could be wrestling related or Pokemon related for all I care. All I know is that I need to get some new content, new series up in here for you guys to enjoy. But don't worry, the video of the weeks and everything will still continue. But let's get into our Wolfden Wrestling Podcast because we still got one more to do. Rumor roundup for this one is Santina Marella could be coming out of retirement, which is exciting because Santina Marella was quite an entertaining wrestler indeed, and I would love to see him come out of retirement. But the only difficult thing about it is, with his neck, is he going to be able to actually compete in the ring or not? Moving on, Jim Ross could be calling this Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar match at Great Balls of Fire. I honestly think that this would be a good call. Jim Ross is a commentating legend and a legend nonetheless, and I honestly think that it would be perfect for him to be calling an action like that. Number 3, Dean Ambrose to have a rivalry very soon with Elias Sampson, who, if you guys don't know, is that guitar playing, singing guy that's on Monday Night Raw. I could see why they're going to do this, but of course Dean has a rivalry currently with The Miz, so possibly after his rivalry with The Miz ends, he could be having a rivalry with Elias Sampson. Number 4, Braun Strowman could be returning later this month, actually. It was expected for him to be out for a few months, but he could actually be returning earlier than planned, which is always exciting, and it could be interesting to see maybe he's going to come back and who he's going to go after. Number 5, Lana to replace Eva Marie in SmackDown. Now, what I mean by this is more so Lana's character is supposed to be more like Eva Marie's character from SmackDown Live. However, Eva Marie is questionable whether or not she even returned to the WWE on television, but who knows. Number 6, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns could be happening at WrestleMania 34. This match actually happened before, but then it was when Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase to interrupt the match and won the WWE Championship. But this altogether is going to be an awesome match if it does happen, in my opinion. But who knows if it will or it won't. Number 7, Booker T could be staying on the commentating table full time even after David Otunga returns. He could be staying on the commentating table, which means that Raw will have, I believe, 4 commentators, and SmackDown will have, I believe, 4 commentators as well. Number 8, The Undertaker is not yet retired. So there's been some talk recently of The Undertaker not actually being retired. Some people are saying he is, some people saying he ain't. Whether it is or if it isn't, nobody really knows. All I do know is that The Undertaker will be a legend no matter if he is retired or if he isn't. And he always will be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, if not the greatest. Number 9, which is our last piece of rumors today, is Emma to return to Monday Night Raw possibly tonight. Emma has been out on injury for a little bit of time, and she could be returning possibly tonight in the rivalry with Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, and all that, possibly. But that's not confirmed. But it is said that she could be returning to Raw very shortly. News now. Matt Hardy's second son was born, and his name is Wolfgang, Alexander Hardy, which is a unique name. And congratulations to Rebby and Matt. Number 2, Renee Young, no longer on Total Divas. I don't know really why they decided to take her off, but who knows. But we also know that Eva Marie will no longer be on Total Divas as well, and probably not even Paige as well. So, who knows what's going to happen. But I can tell you this, that both Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax have been confirmed for the new season of Total Divas. So, it's going to be interesting to see what Alexa and Nia Jax bring to the table. And the last piece of news I have for you today is WWE could be, but more likely is officially signing Thea Trinidad or Rosita from TNA, whatever you want to call her, to WWE. Last NXT, she actually appeared on there in a scene with Andrade Cien Almas, and she's actually in real life married to Austin Aries. However, WWE could be having her with a storyline with Cien, and it's going to be interesting to see what she brings to NXT, Monday Night Raw, or SmackDown Live, to wherever she ends up being. Now let's get into our trivia question from last week, which will be answered in this one, which was, which WWE woman wrestler was trained by Finn Balor? And the answer was Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch was trained by Finn Balor. Also, Finn Balor trained NXT superstar Killian Dane as well. Fun facts. Now, Spotlight Wrestlers. From Monday Night Raw last week goes to Samoa Joe, who put Paul Heyman in the Cotina Clutch and actually won a match against, I believe, Seth Rollins as well. And altogether, I gave Raw a B. It was a great show. SmackDown Live, I gave to AJ Styles, who won a match against Dolph Ziggler in a kind of like a second rivalry part match. So it'll be interesting. More likely on SmackDown Live, they'll fight once again to determine the real winner of the series, because Dolph won one, AJ won one. And SmackDown, I also gave a B because it could have been a little bit better, but it was a great show as well. 205, I gave to Neville, who beat TJ Perkins, and I gave that a B+. It was a little bit better than SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, in my opinion, but it still could have been a lot better. NXT, I gave it to Killian Dane, who took on, I forget who he took on, but he won the match, and it was a fantastic match, and I gave it NXT an A. It was a great, awesome show from beginning to end. They had great matches on the card for this episode. It was amazing. And Impact Wrestling, I gave it to Alberto El Patron, and I gave that a B, because it was a great show, but it could have been a little bit better. And Del Rio took on Chris Mordetsky, or Chris Masters, whatever you want to call him, or Chris Adonis. Anyways, with that said, I'm going to end this video out. This will be, again, the last episode of Wolfden Wrestling Podcast ever. And I hope you guys enjoyed the series a little bit. And I'm looking for a new series. So, again, if you guys want to share you guys' ideas for new series, or new ideas for even videos itself, you guys can comment in the comment section, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Get a hold of me somehow and let me know. I'm only doing this because I truly want to entertain you guys, and I hope you all have a great day. Please comment below if you have any ideas. No good or bad ideas, in my opinion. Peace. And thank you guys for watching.